Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with my new video, that is exercise 3.3 from the chapter lines and angle. So before going to start my video, I just request all of you to get subscribed my channel if you have not get subscribed, and press the bell icon in order to receive the notifications for my future videos. So your first question from exercise 3.3 is nothing but, in the given figure, sides QP and RQ of triangle PQR are produced to points S and T. Okay, so what they have given in the given triangle, in the given figure, QP and QR are produced to the point S as well as T. Okay, if angle SPR is equals to 135 degree, so angle SPR is equals to 135 degree and angle PQT is equals to 110 degree. So you have to find the value of angle PRQ. Okay. Now let us see the solution. Angle SPR and angle RPQ is equals to 180 degree. So now why? Because see here, the sum of the two adjacent angles on a straight line will be is equals to 180 degree. So now here you can see this QS is a straight line, PR is standing on it. Then you can see the sum of these two adjacent angles will be is equals to 180 degree, right? So now we know the value of angle SPR, right? So angle SPR value already they have given in the question, that is 135 degree plus angle RPQ is equals to 180 degree. So you have to find the value of RPQ, that is RPQ is equals to 180 degree minus 135 degree. Okay, so now angle RPQ is nothing but 45 degree. Okay, so now this value is nothing but 45 degree. Okay, so now again the next thing is what, here you can see angle PQT and angle PQR. The sum of these two angles will be is equals to 180 degree, because again it is linear pair. TR is a straight line and here QS is a ray which is standing on it. Okay, so now you can consider these two angles. The sum of these two angles will be is equals to 180 degrees. So here reason adjacent angles. Okay, so now here also the same thing you have to do, that is angle PQT and angle PQR. The sum of these two angles will be is equals to 180 degree. Again the same reason, that is adjacent angles. Okay, so now here we know the value of angle PQT. Angle PQT is nothing but 110 degree plus angle PQR is equals to 180 degree. So angle PQR is nothing but 180 degree minus 110 degree. So angle PQR is equals to, just subtract this, you are going to get angle PQR as 70 degree. Okay, so now we know the value of this also now, angle PQR, right? So now we know the value of angle PQR, we know the angle of angle QPR. So now the remaining is you have to find the value of this. So how you can find? We know that the angle sum property of a triangle. What is the angle sum property of a triangle? The sum of all the angles in a triangle will be is equals to 180 degree. So now we know these two values, you can easily find out the third angle. That is, now consider triangle PQR. Okay, so if we'll consider triangle PQR, angle PQR, see here, angle PQR plus angle QRP, and angle RPQ. Angle RPQ is equals to 180 degree, because the sum of all the angles in a triangle will be is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so now we know the value of Q, that is PQR is nothing but 70 degree and QRP you have to find now, right? So you know, you don't know this angle, you have to find, keep it like that. So RPQ is nothing but 45 degree, that will be is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so now angle QRP plus, so So 70 degree plus 45 degree. So what is the answer? When you add up these two angles, you are going to get 115 degree. That will be is equals to 180 degree. So angle QRP is equals to 180 degree minus 115 degree. So angle QRP is equals to 65 degree. Okay. So your second question is, in the given figure, angle X is equals to 62 degree and angle XYZ is equals to 54 degree. If YO and ZO are the bisectors of angle XYZ and angle XZY. So these YO and OZ are the angle bisector. Angle bisector in the sense this line is dividing this angle into the two equal angle. Okay. So now of triangle XYZ, you have to find the angle OZY and YOZ. So this angle and this angle you have to find out. Okay. So in order to find this angle, first we will consider in triangle XYZ. In triangle XYZ, okay, so what is the value of angle X and angle Y and angle Z? So we know that according to the angle sum property of a triangle, we can easily say that the sum of all the angles in a triangle will be is equals to 180 degree, right? So now angle X value is nothing but 62 degree and angle Y value is nothing but 54 degree plus angle Z is equals to 180 degree. Okay. So now when you add up this, you are going to get 116 degree plus Z is equals to 180 degree. So what is the value of angle Z now? Angle Z is nothing but 180 degree minus 116 degree. So angle Z is nothing but here 64 degree. So the value of angle Z, that is XZY, is nothing but 64 degree. Okay. So now you have to move on to the value of angle XZO. Okay. So now see here, what is the value of angle XZO and angle OZY. So now here OZ is the angle bisector, right? So if OZ is the angle bisector, in the sense you can easily say that this angle and this angle will be equal to one another, because OZ is the angle bisector. It is dividing this angle into the two equal part, isn't it? So for that sake you can say that angle XZO will be is equals to angle OZY, will be is equals to angle OZY. Okay. So this will be is equals to, this whole angle is nothing but, yes, this whole angle already we found out the value of this whole angle, that means XZY is nothing but 64 degree, right? So if it is 64 degree, what is the value of this XZO and OZY? So it is exactly half of this angle, right? So for that sake, 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 2 2s are. So the value of angle XZO and angle OZY is nothing but 32 degree. Okay. So now we will move on to the next one. The see here, this value. Here the value of XYO and OYZ is also same, and see here you can easily say that these two angles are always also equal to one another, because here OY is the angle bisector, right? So here I am going to write XYO will be is equals to OYZ will be is equals to 54 degree divided by 2. So 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14. Okay, so the value of XYO and OYZ is nothing but 27 degree. Okay, so now we know the value of this OYZ and OZY, right? So by using this you can easily calculate the value of YOZ, isn't it? So now consider the triangle, consider triangle OYZ. Okay, so in this triangle you can easily see here angle OYZ. Yes, angle OYZ is nothing but here 27 degree and angle OZY is nothing but here 32 degree, right? So you can easily calculate this angle, right? So now what you have to write? Angle OYZ plus angle OZY plus angle YOZ is equals to 180 degree, because the sum of all the angles in a triangle will be is equals to 180 degree, right? So now we know the value of angle OYZ. OYZ is nothing but 27 degree and OZY is nothing but 32 degree, plus angle YOZ is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so when you add up this, you are going to get 59 plus YOZ is equals to 180 degree. So you can easily calculate the value of angle YOZ. Angle YOZ is nothing but 180 degree minus 59 degree. So YOZ is equals to 121 degree. Okay, so in question what they told to find out, see here, the find the value of angle OZY. Angle OZY is nothing but here, OZY is nothing but 32 degree, and the next thing is YOZ. So YOZ is nothing but 121 degree. Okay, so now let us move on to the third question. So in the given figure, if AB is parallel to DE, angle BAE is equals to 35 degree and angle CDE is equals to 53 degree. So you have to find the value of angle DCE. Okay, so in order to find the value of angle DCE, first we will see what they have given in the question. So in the question they have given that AB is parallel to DE. So we know that AB, if two lines are parallel to one another, then the alternate angles formed over here will be equal to one another, right? So now here you can see this angle BAC will be is equals to angle AED or CED. Okay, so these are equal because alternate angles. Okay, so now see here, we know the value of angle BAC, that is nothing but 35 degree. So if angle BAC is 35 degree, then you can easily say that angle CED is also equals to 35 degree. So now you just consider this angle is 35 degree now. Okay, so now just consider triangle CDE. Triangle CDE. Okay, so in this triangle you can easily say that angle CDE plus angle DEC plus angle ECD will be is equals to 180 degree. Okay, because the sum of interior angles in a triangle will be is equals to 180 degree. So now angle CDE value is nothing but 53 degree. Angle DEC value is nothing but 35 degree plus angle ECD will be is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so just add up this two angle. When you add this, you are going to get 88 degree plus angle ECD will be is equals to 180 degree. So angle ECD or angle DCE will be is equals to 180 degree minus 88 degree. So angle DCE will be is equals to 92 degree. Okay, so here angle ECD and angle DCE both are same. So here angle DCE I have written because in the question they asked here angle DCE, right? So the value of angle DCE is nothing but 92 degree. So now let us move on to the next question. In the given figure, if lines PQ and RS intersect at point T such that angle PRT will be is equals to 40 degree and angle RPT is equals to 95 degree and angle TSQ is equals to 75 degree. So you have to find the value of SQT. So this angle you have to find now. Okay, so in order to find this, first you have to consider the triangle PRT. Okay, consider triangle PRT. Consider triangle PRT. So in the triangle PRT you can see angle PRT plus angle RTP plus angle TPR will be is equals to 180 degree because the sum of interior angles in a triangle will be is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so now just substitute the values of angle PRT here. 40 degree plus angle RTP is nothing but we have to find now angle RTP and angle TPR is nothing but 95 degree will be is equals to 180 degree. So when you will add up this 90 and 40, you are going to get here 135. That is 135 plus angle RTP will be is equals to 180 degree. So angle RTP is nothing but 180 degree minus 135 degree. So when you subtract this angle 135 from 180, you are going to get 45 degree. Okay, so now we got the value of this angle. This angle is nothing but 45 degree. So if this is 45, we know that if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal to one another. So if this is 45, this should be 45 degree, because here PQ and RS are intersecting at a point T. So the angles formed is nothing but vertically opposite angles. So these two angles are always equal to one another. So for that sake, this angle is now 45 degree. RTP is 45 degree. Therefore, angle STQ also is equals to 45 degree, because vertically opposite angles. Okay, so now let us move on to the next thing. Here you can see now you have to find the value of SQT, right? In order to find the value of SQT, again you have to consider the triangle SQT. Consider triangle SQT. So in this triangle SQT, angle STQ plus angle TQS plus angle QST will be is equals to 180 degrees. So we know the value of angle STQ. Angle STQ is 45 degree and angle TQS we have to find now, plus angle QST already they have given in the question, that is nothing but 75 degree will be is equals to 180 degree. So when you add up this 75 plus 45, you are going to get 120. So 120 plus angle TQS is equals to 180 degree. So angle TQS will be is equals to 180 degree minus 120 degree. So angle TQS is nothing but 60 degree. Okay, so this is your final answer. So fifth question is, in the given figure, if PQ is perpendicular to PS, PQ is perpendicular to PS, that means this angle is 90 degree, and PQ is parallel to SR. So these two lines are parallel, PQ and SR. You have to find the value of X and Y. So what they have given here, angle SQR value is 28 and angle QRT value is 65 degree. Okay, so now let us see the solution. First thing is what here, these two lines are parallel. So if these two lines are parallel, then you can easily say that alternate angles formed will be equal to one another. So here PQR and QRT will be alternate angles, right? So these two angles should be equal to one another. So now here you can see angle QRT value already we know, that is 65 degrees. So therefore angle PQR is also equals to 65 degree. Why? Because alternate angles. Okay, so now the next thing is what here, angle PQR. So now here angle PQR can be written as, so angle PQR will be is equals to angle PQS and angle SQR, because this is the combination of the two angles over here, right? So now here you can see angle PQR can be written as angle PQS plus angle SQR. Okay, so angle SQR. So we know the value of angle PQR, that is nothing but 65 degree. So angle PQS we don't know, that is X, and the value of angle SQR is nothing but 28 degree. So you have to find the value of X now. X will be is equals to 65 minus 28. So X will be is equals to 37 degrees. So now X is nothing but here angle PQS. Okay, therefore you can easily write angle PQS will be is equals to 37 degree. Okay, so now we'll see here in triangle PQS. Okay, consider the triangle PQS. In triangle PQS, angle PQS plus angle QSP plus angle SPQ is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so angle PQS is nothing but here 37 degree and angle QSP you have to find now, plus angle SPQ is nothing but 90 degree. So that will be is equals to 180 degree. So angle QSP plus, when you'll add up this, you're going to get 127 degree. Okay, so 127 degree will be is equals to 180. So therefore angle QSP is equals to 180 degree minus 127 degree. Okay, so now angle QSP is nothing but here y, right? So y will be is equals to 53 degrees. So this is your final answer. Your sixth question is, in the given figure, the side QR of triangle PQR is produced. Okay, so side QR of triangle PQR is produced. Okay, so to a point, yes. If the bisectors of angle PQR and PRS meet at a point T. Okay, so if the bisectors of angle PQR, so here QT is the bisector of angle PQR and here TR is the bisector of angle PRX. Okay, so then prove that angle QTR will be is equals to half of angle QPR. Okay, so now in order to prove this, first we will see, consider triangle PQR. Okay, so you have to consider triangle PQR. Okay, so in this triangle PQR, you can see PRS is the external angle, right? So it is exterior angle. So now you can see this QPR and PQR are the interior opposite angles. So we know one property of a triangle, that is in exterior angle will be is equals to the sum of interior opposite angle, right? So now here, by considering this triangle PQR, PRS is the exterior angle. So PRS will be is equals to interior opposite angles are nothing but this and this angle, right? So now here QPR plus PQR, right? So now here the reason can be written as exterior angle will be is equals to sum of interior opposite angles. Okay, so now here you can see this PRS minus PQR will be is equals to angle QPR. Okay, so now here I have written angle QPR will be is equals to PRS minus PQR. So keep it as equation 1. Okay, so this PQR is there. No, I have taken this here, this side. So PRS minus PQR, that will be is equals to angle QPR. Okay, so now consider triangle QRT. Okay, so triangle QRT you just consider. Here TRS is the exterior angle. Here in this triangle QRT, TRS is the exterior angle, right? So now TRS will be is equals to interior opposite angle. Interior opposite angle, here you can see Q and T are the interior opposite angle, right? So I can write here TQR plus QTR. Okay, so now this can be written as angle QTR will be is equals to TRS minus TQR, because here you can see in the proof QTR is there. So we need the value of angle QTR. Angle QTR will be is equals to angle TRS minus angle TQR. Keep it as equation 2. Okay, so now what you have to do here, we know that QT and TR are the bisector of angle PQR and angle PRS respectively, isn't it? So now what you have to do, angle PRS is equals to angle PRS is equals to, so here you can see I told you that QT and TR are the bisector of the angle PQR and angle PRS. Okay, so for that sake angle PRS is equals to see, angle PRS is equals to twice the angle TRS, because you can see this TR is the bisector of this angle PRS, right? So if it is bisector of the angle PRS, then here the two angles formed are equal to one another, right? So here if you will write PRS is equals to 2 times angle TRS, it will be again angle PRS only. So for that sake, in place of angle PRS, I am going to write it as 2 times angle TRS. Okay, so similarly you have to go for the next one, that is angle PQR. So PQR can be written as, 2 times angle TQR, because here QT is the bisector. So angle formed over here will be equal to one another. Okay, so for that sake, what you have to write over here, angle PQR will be is equals to 2 times angle TQR, because QT is the bisector of this angle PQR. Okay, so for that sake I am writing here angle TQR. Okay, so now angle QTR is equals to, angle QTR is equals to TRS minus TQR. So from equation 2, or consider equation 2. Okay, so consider equation 2, that is nothing but QTR is equals to TRS minus TQR, right? So now angle QTR will be is equals to, so now angle TRS, so now here you can see this can be written as TRS. So you have to find the value of TRS. You need the value of TRS now, right? So how you can find the value of TRS? TRS will be is equals to, see here into 2 into TRS is there. So it will come here, means this side means it will become 1 by 2 times angle PRS. So here also the same thing. You need the value of TQR now. If you want the value of angle TQR, then if it will go here, means it will become half of this angle PQR. Okay, so now just substitute both the values over here. So when you substitute this value, you are going to get half of angle PRS minus half of angle PQR. Okay, so now angle QTR will be is equals to, here which is the common thing, half is the common, angle PRS minus angle PQR is remaining in the bracket. Okay, so now angle QTR is equals to half of, so this one is there, no? From equation 1 you can see PRS minus PQR is equals to QPR. Okay, so the value of this PRS minus PQR is nothing but angle QPR. So in place of angle PRS and angle PQR, I am going to replace it as angle QPR, because from 1. Okay, so now this is nothing but our proof. Okay, so thank you for watching my video.